Throughout the decades of modern and classic games, we've been treated to some fantastic gripping adventures involving mysterious cases that require our humble hero to solve, uncovering the culprit and bringing order to the world. As there are in movies, book, and TV shows, the gaming world also has its fair share of great detectives and games that have seen us embark on challenging missions to solve the most gruesome and intriguing cases. Take a look at our top pick of the best detective games for PC gamers. A game well ahead of its time, L.A. Noire is Rockstar's violent crime thriller that blends breathtaking action with true detective work to deliver an unprecedented interactive experience. Amid the post-war boom of Hollywood's golden age, LAPD detective Cole Phelps is thrown headfirst into a city drowning in its own success. Phelps must unravel the truth behind a string of arson attacks, racketeering conspiracies and brutal murders, battling the LA underworld and even members of his own department to uncover a secret that could shake the city to its rotten core. Set in a unique comic book series world where animals are decidedly more human-like, Blacksid Under the Skin sees you tackle a dark corruption scandal in the heart of New York City's underworld. With its dark anthropomorphic characters and its incredible 1950s feel, the game promises all the eerily dark adventure of a detective novel. Joe Dunn, the owner of a 50s boxing club in NYC, has been found dead. Rising star Bobby Yale, due to take to the ring for the most important fight of his career, has also mysteriously disappeared. After her father's death, Sonia Dunn has taken over the gym and must deal with its financial woes. In her hour of need, she hires private detective Blacksid to investigate Yale's disappearance in a sinister case that will take our brave investigator into the darkest, most dismal depths of New York. You'll conduct the investigation in your own way, making use of your feline senses as you hunt for new clues. Make decisions on behalf of Blacksid and influence the outcome of the case. The choices you make directly influence the development of the character, as well as the story's ending.
One of fiction's greatest detective minds is now in your hands, no pressure. In Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, you'll test your nerves and intelligence as you embark on an extraordinary detective adventure to track down evil in the darkest corners of London. Untangle a web of intrigue leading to the final stunning revelation. Featuring unique gameplay that blends investigation, action and exploration, The Devil's Daughter sees each of your deductions and actions affect the rest of the story, for better or for worse. Accompanied by loyal sidekick Dr. Watson, our heroes must investigate across 5 linked cases. Sherlock Holmes confronts dark family secrets, both in his cases and personally, when a visiting woman begins interfering in his personal life, especially with his adopted daughter.
Rated overwhelmingly positive on Steam, The Wolf Among Us is a unique spin on the fairy tale characters that we've grown up with. An evolution of Telltale's groundbreaking choice and consequence game mechanics will ensure the player learns that even as Bigby Wolf, sheriff of Fabletown, life in the big bad city is bloody, terrifying, and dangerous. Across 5 episodes, you'll come face to face with Fabletown's iconic fairy tale and folklore characters in a much more gritty backdrop and intriguing plot than ever seen before. Under a Killing Moon takes place in post-World War III San Francisco in December 2042. After the devastating events of the nuclear war, many major cities have been rebuilt, as is the case with New San Francisco, though certain areas still remain as they were before the war, as in Old San Francisco. Meet Tex Murphy, a private investigator. He has cat-like reflexes. Is a suave ladies' man. He is tough and resourceful. Has grace and style. He is cool under pressure. Having heard good things about Tex, a mysterious woman calling herself Countess Renier hires him to find her missing statuette. Everything seems great at first and the Countess is promising to pay Tex more money than he has seen in his life. However, everything quickly goes downhill when Tex finds out about a doomsday plot by a deadly cult calling themselves the Brotherhood of Purity. Check out the adventures of Tex in Under a Killing Moon. Overwhelmingly positive. Rated Agent A puzzle in disguise sees you enter the stylish world of espionage and detective work. Making mental notes and observations will help aid you in solving tricky puzzles later on. As you explore the secret hideout, you'll need to collect objects and use them cleverly, unlocking a trail of puzzles leading you ever closer to your target. Explore a labyrinth of perplexing puzzles in this quirky game of cat and mouse that'll have you wondering whether you're the cat or the mouse. The game takes place in the secret lair of the main antagonist, Ruby LaRouge. After witnessing LaRouge's infiltration scheme that leads to the supposed demise of Agent Ace Chief, the player is then led to the secret lair on the shoreline not far from the committed crime. Player then gathers key items hidden in spots around certain parts of the lair that will lead to unlocking new areas in hopes of finally catching up with and defeating LaRouge. Stepping away from the Metropolis City backdrop, Detective D, The Silk Rose Murders invites you to play as the legendary Detective D Renji, tasked with solving a gruesome series of murders in China, which will lead him on a collision course with the Imperial Court and the Empress Wu Zetian herself. The game lets you explore unique settings while unraveling its narrative twists and turns using familiar adventure gameplay mechanics such as exploration, dialogue choices, interaction with objects and clues, and puzzle solving. An original mechanic featured in the game also allows you to deduct and reenact the scene of a crime and put your theories to the test.